Hi, I'm Hannah,
I'm Zach.
and we're the team behind the GoFundMe
Love
for Ladybug House. And we're making this video so that Zach can share a little bit about his story and his experience of being a child fighting cancer and how he spent a third of his life in hospitals. And he's going to talk about the great care that he did have for him and his family, and also the things that he didn't have access to, and that Ladybug House is trying to fill in the gaps for children these days who are fighting cancer.
And one thing I'd like to point out is we're in a treehouse right now. That's pretty awesome. And that's one thing that Ladybug House will have is an outdoor playground.
Yeah.
For children to hang out and do cool stuff like this.
Yeah.
That was kind of important for my thoughts, as to making sure children have a good, unique time to be kids with other kids, because when you're in when you're in these type of situations dealing with cancer, you don't always have other children to be around. You're always, doctors and nurses are giving you these adult decisions, and you as a child don't have time to process it. And so having other spaces for children to interact is great.
Yeah, Ladybug House is going to have like an outdoor playroom, art and music rooms, community support for a family who can talk to other families who are going through a similar, really, really challenging times. So it sounds like you...
And family's important, for sure. You definitely need your family around you. And being in a hospital, you don't have that opportunity because one parent usually can be in the room at all times, giving you some support. But when you have nurses and doctors constantly intervening between that, it's hard to build a familial bond. And some of these children that are going through this are, a month old to, 21. Me personally, I lost my eyesight at age 2. And I was fighting cancer.
You got cancer when you were how old?
At a month old. And then they took out, at that time they told me I wouldn't make it to the age of 2. And then they cured that. And then the cure that they used at age 6 ended up causing more damage. And I was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor at the time. And they gave me 3 months to live.
At age 6?
Yeah. And then on Christmas Eve, they told me I was better and I was tumor free. Nice. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. That was a good Christmas present.
Really good, yeah.
And the family really appreciated that, because they didn't get a chance to really be around me all that much when I was up in the hospitals. So having a place for like that kind of, I like the idea that there's support groups and therapy for families.
Yeah. And what about the idea of an on-site chef? Do you think your family would have benefited from that?
Well, especially considering that when you're hospitals will put you on a really strict dietary option, so you can only eat certain things or have certain vitamins prepared a certain way, and families can't always provide that. And so with an on-site chef at the house, I think that'll give families reduced stress in providing meals for their children, and then the families can eat the same diet to help the child feel more comfortable, or they can have whatever they want prepared outside.
Yeah, it seems like an upgrade from hospital.
For sure. Hospital food is nasty. It's the worst.
And another thing that Ladybug House is trying to do is have family suites, so the whole family can stay on site in a nice room free of charge.
And that's important, because when I was in hospitals, they didn't give us, like I said, one parent per basically could stay in the room at a time. And my dad was a single parent, so that was him 24/7. And the other family, that if he wanted to switch off, they would have to come up and get a hotel room to stay, so they could have a base of operations, because they weren't able to sleep in the room. And that can be expensive. You figure 7 days a week for one parent to be off-site is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And so free of charge is amazing. I like that. I like the thought behind that.
Totally. Yeah, it sounds like family is really important in your support network.
Support network is amazing. You got to have family, you gotta have, I believe, pets.
Yeah, so that's one more thing that Ladybug House is going to have is kennels for pets. You want to say something about that?
I do, because if I had a dog, if I had my dog while I was in the hospital the entire time, it would be amazing. I would have someone to snuggle with, because who doesn't love puppy snuggles?
True.
Let's be honest. And then you have someone that you can like confidently tell stuff to without they can't tell anybody. Or a dog, or a cat, or whatever your pet is.
Sure.
And then, you know, having that, you know, you have that thing from home. The thing that was, you know, some kids are, you know, the parents buy them a pet, and that's the pet that they have for their life. And that pet gets to travel with them and go to the house.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to bring your best friends along.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a piece of home that's living.
Yeah, absolutely. And usually in a good mood, which parents can't
For
always.
sure. Parents are always in a crappy mood when they're dealing with stuff, and that's understandable because they're dealing with, I mean, I hate to say it, but they're dealing with the death of their child. They're watching it in front of them unfold. And so, you know, the pet is always there to keep the child's spirit up, for sure.
Yeah. Great. Well, is there any other thoughts that you'd like to share with us?
So many, but I'll leave you with this. The number one thing of fighting cancer is keep yourself in a positive environment. I know it's hard to say when you're dealing with such negativity in your life, but surround yourself with positive, just good vibes. Laugh every day. Find something to laugh about, even if it's the most like minor, mellow thing. Laugh about it because you know that's what you need to do. Is laugh and just surround yourself with, I don't know, good vibes isn't a good enough word, but fill your life with enjoyment. You live like every second as much as possible. Just take it in and feel it as much as possible.
Ladybug House's mission is if we cannot add days to the life of a child, then we will add life to their days. And that's really the essence of what you said really well. And yeah, you captured in describing your experience. So thank you so much for watching our video and for your support. And if you feel compelled to share, please do so. If you can give, please do so. And again, just thank you so much for your support and watching.
Thank you.